struggle of staying above your eyes and anymore. It's hard to bring it rain, but the sky is finally struggle of staying with stop blowing anymore. It's hard to, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Hold tight to your umbrella, but darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. If you could see what I see, you'd be blinded by the colors, yellow, red, orange, and green, and at least a million others. So tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. As the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, but darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Oh, tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. Everything is alright now, 'cause the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Let go of your umbrella, but darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yeah, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. It'll all be alright. Good evening, everyone. My name is Lonnie Ojeda, and I'm so honored to be kicking off our performances for the night. I hope you guys all enjoy. I want a Sunday kind of love to last past Saturday night, and I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love. Oh yeah, yeah. I want a love that's on the square. Can't seem to find somebody, someone to care. I'm on a lonely road that leads nowhere. I need a Sunday kind of love. Tuesdays go cold. Love for all my life to have and hold. Oh, and I want a Sunday kind of love. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, oh, Saturday, oh, nothing but Sunday, oh, yeah, yeah. I want a Sunday, Sunday. I want a Sunday kind of love, yeah, yeah. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday kind of love.
Hello, my name is Kyle Strenfeld, and today I will be singing 2 songs and playing 1 on the piano. The first song that I will be singing is called On the Street Where You Live from My Fair Lady. I have often walked down this street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. And lilac trees in the heart of town. Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. And oh, the towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. I have often walked down this street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. There lie lilac trees in the heart of town. Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. Did someone say extra inning? Let's do home run, baby! This is a song called Heart from Damn Yankees. You've gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, and that's when the grin should start. You gotta have hope. Mustn't sit around and mope. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Wait till next year and hope. When your luck is batting zero, get your shit up off the floor. Mister, you can be a hero. You can open any door. There's nothing to it but to do it. You gotta have art. Miles and miles and miles of art. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. First you've gotta have art. A great slugger we haven't got. A great pitcher we haven't got. A great ball club we haven't got. But what do we got? We've got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. We've got hope. We don't sit around and mope. Not a solitary soul to weep, mister, 'cause we've got hope. We're so happy that we're humming. That's the hardy thing to do. 'Cause we know our ship will come in. So it's 10 years overdue. We've got heart, miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. So what the heck's the use of crying? Why should we curse? We gotta get better, 'cause we can't get worse. And to add to it, we've got heart! We've got heart! We've got heart!
Hi, my name is Jenna Hernandez. I am 17 years old and I go to Live Oak High School. And I hope you enjoy my performance tonight. Thank you. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day, and every word you say, every game you play, every night you say, I'll be watching you. Every breath you take. Oh, can't you see you belong to me? How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you bake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. Since you've gone, I've been lost without a trace. I dream at night, but I can only see your face. I look around, but it's you I can't replace. I feel so cold and I long for your embrace. I keep crying, baby, baby, please. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see? Oh, can't you see? You belong
watching you. Every breath.
Am I supposed to get a cue here? I'm on. Am I on? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Hello, I'm Jonah Dens Hamilton. First of all, yay! That was very entertaining. I'm Jonah Dens Hamilton from 94.5 Bay FM. I am your master of ceremonies for this evening's annual Philanthropy Awards event. And welcome. It's the 15th annual, the 14th for me. And it's a wonderful event that we have because of the Morgan Hill Community Foundation. And it's the first time going virtual. Of course, everything seems to be virtual this year because it is hashtag 2020, right? We've got a mix of live and pre-recorded presentations tonight, and our Philanthropy Awards. Let me just tell you a little bit about them. They provide an annual opportunity for local organizations to nominate people that they believe really deserve a pat on the back, recognize these folks from our community. They really do work hard to serve our community, and they make a difference too. This evening, each of us we'll hear a little bit more about the important work about the philanthropy honorees, what they're actually doing, and we'll get a little extra insight too into the many needs of people in our local area and the organizations that are working to provide support. And there's been a lot of extra needs this year too. Our program is going to include presentations and awards and videos of the honorees. You'll love that, and the organizations as well. And a short break. So you'll get a little break there too, but it's going to be fun and fast paced, and it's going to keep you glued to the screen. And that's going to be from now until the end of our program. Also, there is a silent auction. It's got to be that auction. It's been going on for a little while now, a couple of days, and there's some wonderful items that you can bid on. By the way, all the proceeds are going to the local Morgan Hill Community Foundation Disaster Relief Fund, and that supports our grants to nonprofits who are providing that disaster relief to folks in our community. So the auction site is charityauction.bid/MHCF. That's charityauction.bid/MHCF. And if you bought your philanthropy night dinner from Craft Roots or Ladera or Rosie's at the beach, I hope you're enjoying it. And if you haven't started yet, dig in. Okay, we're beginning our evening here. I would like to introduce you to the president of the Morgan Hill Community Foundation, Nick Gage.
Good evening and welcome. My name is Nick Gage, and on behalf of the Morgan Hill Community Foundation Board of Directors, I'd like to welcome you to our 15th annual Philanthropy Night celebration and our first ever Morgan Hill Community virtual event. Now, before we get started with our program, I would like to introduce and recognize our Board of Directors, starting with our Executive Committee, Bob Limpscomb, Vice President, Peggy Martin, Treasurer, Rob Christopher, Secretary, Pamela Meador, our immediate past President, Board Directors Steve Cox, Mario Banuelos, Matt Wendt, and Nazarene Ahmed. Please know that I am profoundly grateful to serve alongside such a wonderful team who on a voluntary basis give so much of their time and expertise for the betterment of our community. Now, special thanks goes out to our Philanthropy Night Committee of Bob Limpscomb, Steve Cox, Nazarene Ahmed, and Matt Wendt, for without their vision and persistence and tireless pursuit of perfection, tonight's ceremony would simply not be possible. You know, the Morgan Hill Community Foundation was founded 19 years ago with the vision of connecting donors with local needs for a long-lasting, effective impact on our community. A natural offspring of this vision was the creation of an event to celebrate our local philanthropists and community advocates, now dating back to 2005. Our annual event provides recognition to individuals who have been nominated by their nonprofit organizations for impact to people and nonprofits in our local community. Philanthropy United is geared towards recognizing the good work of local volunteers and philanthropists who embody the give where you live spirit. You know, as we begin tonight's celebration, I am once again awestruck by the sheer power of goodness and inspiration each one of our honorees brings with us tonight. In a year of an unmatched medical crisis in modern times, the hardships and uncertainty brought about by the Bay Area complex fires, and the economic repercussions that are severely affecting so many families and individuals within our community. Our honorees tonight have displayed an unwavering commitment to serve others first. With all that has preceded us here tonight, all that we are currently navigating today, and all that may be in our future for us tomorrow, two words come to mind that I would like to offer as a centering point as we assemble to recognize all of our honorees. Simply stated, purpose matters. So just how and why do these two words tie together the events for tonight? Well, if we recognize that purpose-driven leaders pursue and are seen by others to be pursuing a worthy, valuable, and noble purpose connected to human progress or the betterment of the world, then we begin to understand the why. For purpose-driven leadership is about the fundamental nature of an individual's desire to serve others first, which is fully displayed as a driving force in all of our honorees in attendance tonight. Through their efforts, they have demonstrated that the more worthwhile the endeavor, the more it elevates and can generate dedication, devotion, and hope. Above all, when individuals pursue their purpose in ways that are bigger than themselves, it creates a portal for others to share in their mission. It transforms into an open invitation to all, to not just join in, but to bring with them an aligned set of values, expertise, and commitment, which in turn advances the efforts to levels not yet realized, or in many situations, not yet dreamed. Most importantly, they signify a community of trusted community advocates and philanthropists making a difference in the lives of the individuals, families of the greater Morgan Hill community that they serve. Tonight's celebration will serve as a fitting testament to the powerful efforts by all of our honorees, as each one of them in their own and unique way have demonstrated attributes of courage and innovation, clearly driven by a will to serve others first, once again shining a spotlight of contributions worthy of their distinction. I would also like to use this time to recognize and celebrate the Living and Loving Center for their 27 years of dedicated services for immigrant women and children, because in the span of the 27 years, they have touched the lives of over 4,000 women and their families, find educational options and resources, as well as preschool for their children. Please know that you have made a difference in the lives of all that you have championed. And on behalf of the Morgan Hill Community Foundation Board of Directors and a grateful community, we salute you for your service. I'd like to end my introduction by saying I'm a strong believer that when passion and purpose collide, greatness happens. And tonight's celebration is a shining example of such greatness. For tonight, we honor individuals who show us the very essence of what can be realized through hard work, determination, and a willingness to serve. Now, before I hand over the podium to Jonah, I would like to acknowledge and express my gratitude for the participating restaurants for providing tonight's dinner options. Rosie's at the Beach, Ladera Grill, and Craft Roots Vegan Bar and Grill. I would also like to salute our philanthropy leader sponsors, Ladera Grill, Persian Family Fund, and the Silicon Valley Clean Energy for your generous support. Now, as a last note to our honorees, I believe this quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson says it best. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. To all of our honorees and their associated nonprofits, please know that we are most grateful for the path that you have chosen and thankful for the ongoing work that you will continue to excel at. It is truly an honor to serve as president of the Morgan Hill Community Foundation. And on behalf of the board of directors, I would like to express our appreciation for your continued support and ask that you join me in recognizing the individuals in the spotlight here tonight for having the foresight to understand the needs of our community and the dedication to act on behalf of others in greatest need of their support. And now I'd like to hand it back over to Jonah. Let's begin the celebration.
Thank you, Nick. Those words were just so very, very nice. Yeah, so we kicked off our event. And I got to tell you, these events are not necessarily the easiest thing to just make happen here. And especially now that it's virtual, it's a lot of planning that went into tonight's program. And I want to do a big pat on the back to all the board members in the Morgan Hill Community Foundation, because everybody had to really put forth this year to make this happen. So a big thank you there, each and every one of you. And an event like this, it also takes support from sponsors. And you're going to be, well, let me just say that they enable the Morgan Hill Community Foundation to have the ability to grant the needed funds to the nonprofits. So it really makes a big difference what our sponsors do. And you will be seeing all of tonight's sponsors during our break. And then at the very conclusion of our program tonight, you'll see the sponsors again. And now about that online auction. I know I gave you the site, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. Now we have a number of items which have been donated. They're really great items. They're supporting fundraising for the Morgan Hill Community Foundation Disaster Relief Fund. And they include an autographed football by George Kittle, San Francisco Niner star tight end, and you can bid on this and many, many other items too. The online auction site again is charityauction.bid/MHCF. One more time, charityauction.bid/MHCF. So yeah, go there and you'll see some fun stuff there, and you can bid and then bid throughout the night too. You can also find this site if you forget, okay, it's going to be on the Morgan Hill Community Foundation homepage. That's easy to get to at morganhillcf.org. Please do consider bidding. The items really do a lot. They're going to be supporting, again, the relief in the Morgan Hill area. And there's people very much in need this year. So let's turn the screen over now to Steve Cox. He's going to share information about tonight's restaurant partners and the impact on local disaster relief. Steve?
Thanks, Jonah. This year, we weren't able to put on the large gala that we usually like to do with all of us seated together, enjoying each other's company and celebrating those in our community that make our town great. But we still wanted to replace it with something substantial that was worthy of all of you. So in place of that, we catered and partnered with 3 local restaurants to put together a multi-course meal that I hope many of you are enjoying. So I want to thank Ladera Grill, Rosie's at the Beach, and Craft Roots for working with us. And it's a new and different format. And they did a great job, and I hope you're really enjoying it. I also want to thank all of you that purchased meals and got tickets for the event, not only supporting us, but more importantly, supporting our local restaurants who've really faced some great challenges during this time of COVID. And lastly, I'd like to highlight that all of the money that we're raising from ticket and meal sales is going into our disaster relief fund. And you'll hear a little bit more about that later tonight. But I hope everyone's enjoying their meals at home, and cheers from all of us. And Jonah, I'm gonna send it back over to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Steve. That was some nice things that you had to say about the restaurants. And I have to say that having a great dinner and knowing that you're also supporting the Disaster Relief Fund, that makes it extra nice. Very nice combination. And now I would like to introduce the mayor of Morgan Hill, Mr. Rich Constantine, who has a presentation from the city of Morgan Hill. Mayor?
Thank you very much, Jonah. Good evening. And at first, I want to thank the Morgan Hill Community Foundation for inviting me here this evening. I am so proud to be here to help honor those individuals and organizations that make Morgan Hill such a wonderful community to live and work in. At our November 4th council meeting, I announced a proclamation proclaiming the month of November 2020 as Philanthropy Month. And I'd like to read that to you this evening. Whereas 2020 is the 19th anniversary of the formation of the Morgan Hill Community Foundation. And whereas November 13th, 2020 is the 15th annual observance of Morgan Hill Community Philanthropy Day. And whereas this observance recognizes individuals, organizations, and businesses who, by their contribution of time, talent, and treasure, enrich our community. And whereas Philanthropy Month acknowledges the entire spectrum of services provided by the community and the impact on society today. And whereas it is due to the benevolence of others that the citizens of the community receive much needed assistance and support. And whereas Philanthropy Night is geared towards recognizing the good work of social volunteers and philanthropists who embody the give where you live spirit. Now, therefore, be it resolved, I, Rich Constantine, Mayor of the City of Morgan Hill, on behalf of the City Council and all its residents proclaim November 2020 as Morgan Hill Community Philanthropy Month and urge all residents of the community to recognize the tradition of philanthropy as it continues to improve and enhance the lives of those in our community by promoting the common good. So thank you very much, everybody, and have a good night. Jonah, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. That was a great little tribute to the folks, and the fact that we now have a month of November that is Morgan Hill Community Philanthropy Month. Yay! I would like to introduce a friend of mine now, Mike Wasserman. He's been doing some good works in our area for quite a while now. He is our Santa Clara County Supervisor, and he has a presentation from the county for this year's nominees. Mike?
Thank you very much, Jonah. This is my 10th event. Nice anniversary there. I certainly wish I was there in person with all of you. But thank you all for inviting me to speak with you this evening. I've enjoyed attending this event for many, many years, and I just counted it was 10, and tonight is no exception, even though it's virtually. I am simply blown away by the incredible collaboration of individuals and organizations that make up the Morgan Hill Community Foundation. You do so much to help the community. Since the COVID-19 pandemic began, the foundation has granted $48,000 to local nonprofits to fund food, rent assistance, and service to those in need. When essential workers in Morgan Hill needed help with childcare costs due to COVID-19, the foundation partnered with the Morgan Hill Unified School District and YMCA to pay for the children. And tonight, we recognize the numerous individuals and organizations who embody the spirit of give where you live. This sentiment reminds me of something Anne Frank once said, how wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. So true, and so much of what you do. Thank you to the honorees this evening for not waiting to improve the world, for jumping in with both feet and helping others. Since we couldn't be together, and I really miss hearing the sounds and the comments, and just being there with you is just so much better than this, and I look forward to next year when we're all together again. My office has provided commendations to each of the award winners separately. I'll try and hold this up on here.
Okay.
If you can see it, it's on behalf of the County of Santa Clara and says that Supervisor Mike Wasserman is proud to recognize all recipients, but it has each of their names in, as Morgan Hill Community Foundation's 2020 Outstanding Philanthropist and Volunteer Award recipients. I signed each of those, and those will be delivered. Congratulations, and thank you all once again for giving where you live. And back to my friend, Jonah. Who's muted?
I had another mute there to take out there.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Mike. That was 10 years now. So, you know, we've been rubbing elbows at these events for a while. And this particular event, you get to see so many faces of wonderful honorees every year. And, you know, you just, it's a very fulfilling feeling to realize that people are doing such good. And thank you also for the recognition certificate for each of the philanthropy nominees. Now we're going to turn our attention to the honorees for 2020 Philanthropist of the Year. And these awardees for tonight have all been nominated by an organization for their work in the community. Each of tonight's awardees are going to receive a framed certificate to commemorate tonight's award. This is normally, of course, presented in front of a live audience with lots of cheering and such, but it's a little bit different, although I seem to feel the vibe that there's cheering going on out there. Okay, so now I'll look at each of our nominees, the organization who nominated them, and a glimpse into the work that's being done. So we have this wonderful video montage of these giving people. You're going to be able to view it now and enjoy it. Let me tell you too that we're going to show this video in 2 segments. They're each about 20 minutes long, and there's a 10-minute break that's in the middle of that. So you can get a cup of coffee or drink a little wine, take a break, whatever you need to do, or bid. So you can bid on the auction some more too. And we do remember that when you place that bid and when you win, that support goes to the local disaster relief fund to allow. Okay, so Steve, I think we're gonna just roll right into, excuse me, roll right into that right now. And you're gonna enjoy this video. It's great every year.
Hi, Pat. Congratulations on being the AAUW Morgan Hill Branch 2020 Philanthropic Honoree.
Thank you, Marion.
So how did you get involved in AAUW?
Well, at the time I joined, I was planning on retiring in a few years, and I was working in San Jose. I didn't have a lot of close friends in Morgan Hill, and I wanted to join a group of women that were interested in the same things as I was. AAUW is passionate about education. My college degrees have opened up many doors for me, and I wanted to do the same thing for other women. Our Morgan Hill branch provides scholarships to both women and girls attending college, either for the first time or after a break. We also include grants as they continue their education. We foster and develop young girls' interest in STEM. That's through a summer camp at Stanford for 7th grade girls.
Oh, are there other ways you work with the community?
We do. Our Young Women's Leadership Committee mentors young women from our local high schools to help them enhance their communications and leadership skills. We give grants to local nonprofits that make a difference right here in Morgan Hill, and we sponsor free monthly programs for the public that highlight unique work that's being done in the sciences and humanities.
So how do you raise all this money?
We have one fundraising event a year, and that's the Wildflower Run. 2021 will be our 38th year. I was the run director for several years, and all of our members volunteer. Through the support of our local sponsors, members, and runners, we've been able to give back over $50,000 each year in scholarships, local community grants, and to AAUW's mission.
Well, thank you, Pat, for talking to me. And if someone wanted to get involved in AAUW, how could they do that?
They should look us up on Facebook or go to our website.
Good evening. I'm Maddie Scariot. I'm the director of the Poppy Jasper International Film Festival. We are an all-volunteer nonprofit organization. Our mission is focused on inclusion, diversity, and women empowerment. We had an 8-day film festival planned this April in Morgan Hill, San Martin, Gilroy, Hollister, and San Juan Bautista. We had 205 films from 38 countries. And we were going to screen the films from our 7 educational programs. Unfortunately, we had to cancel it, but we are moving it to this next April 2021. We couldn't do it without the help of our board and our Poppy Jasper team. Marilyn is one of those people we couldn't do without. She wears many hats. She's our jury chair, and last year we got over 500 films submitted to us, and she watched every single one of them. Last year, we also had filmmakers from 8 different countries, and she helped them with the visa process and working with consulates, making sure every one of them got here on time and okay. She also has helped us pivot virtually, and that means we had to get a platform which is highly technical and very difficult, and we were able to do it with her help. Marilyn, I don't know what we would do without you. Thank you so much for all your work. And this festival would not be the same without you. And thank you to everyone receiving the honor tonight. This community wouldn't be the same without you. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and thank you. Good night.
Hello, my name is Maria Sid. I am president of Poppy Jasper Inc. and chair of Mexico Day for the Poppy Jasper International Film Festival. I am here today to honor my dear friend Marilyn, who is not only our juror and our treasurer, but the heart and soul of our festival. And for that, we are eternally grateful to you, Marilyn. I am honored to call you my friend, and thank you for everything that you've done. Congratulations.
I'm Marilyn Pfeiffer. I am honored to receive this award. I moved to Morgan Hill in 2018. Joining the Poppy Jasper Film Jury and serving on the board has been a great opportunity for me to get involved with my new community. I've learned so much about film, and I've gotten to know some terrific colleagues while working together to promote diverse voices in independent film. I am very grateful to the Poppy Jasper team and to the Morgan Hill Community Foundation for this honor. Thank you so much.
We are advocates for dementia awareness, research, and caregiving support. Our work began in Morgan Hill, inspired by Sue Berghoff, who has Lewy body dementia, the second leading cause of dementia worldwide. We're educating doctors, nurses, caregivers, and communities. This year, we reached out to colleges, beginning with Sue's alma mater, San Jose State. Tonight, we honor faculty members Stephen Frazier, Nancy Dudley, and Daryl Canham for hosting a high-impact event that touched the hearts and minds of students, many who are born and raised here in Morgan Hill. Stefan?
Thank you. As a graduate and then as an instructor at San Jose State, Sue welcomed the chance to educate our students about dementia. So working with Sue, Chuck, and Robin, we produced, all of us together produced a dementia awareness event that reached scores of students and faculty. And judging by the survey results that we did afterward, they were clearly enlightened about the dementia crisis and how they can make a difference in the future. So we'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Morgan Hill Community Foundation for this recognition, and we wish the Sue's Story Project all the best in the future.
Thank you. Daryl?
Nurses are on the front lines of dementia care in acute care and in the community. We applaud Sue's courage and leadership in connecting our nursing students with dementia care issues.
Nancy?
Community-based nursing provides early screening, care coordination, and other vital support for families in our region who have loved ones with dementia. San Jose State strives to serve the community, and our collaboration with the Sue Story Project is a great example of how, together, we can have a positive impact.
Thank you, Morgan Hill Community Foundation, and thank you, Stefan, Nancy, and Daryl for connecting us with your students. By educating today's students, we can empower their generation to help solve the dementia crisis and change the world. Thank you all.
Right. Thank you, San Jose State. Thank you, Morgan Hill Community Foundation.
Namaste. We are the Indian Association of South Santa Clara County, bringing our community together to celebrate our rich culture and traditions and to serve the extended community. Through our celebrations of festivals, Independence Days, family potluck picnics in the park, and our vibrant senior socials, we try to bring the community together. And our events are open to everyone in the community. And this year, we are especially proud to have given a formal shape to our community service efforts in the form of IASC's Circle of Giving. MHCF, we are truly honored by the recognition. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a shining beacon in the South County community, Poonam Chabra. Poonam has been tirelessly serving the community since the last many years. Through her selfless drive and passion for community outreach and service, she expanded IASC's outreach in South County. She introduced and led the growth of social programs for seniors and created and has been admirably steering its philanthropy arm, Circle of Giving. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you the President of IASC, Executive Director of Circle of Giving, and an esteemed honoree tonight, Poonam Chabra.
It hurts me to the core to see families living on the streets and out of their cars, to see women and children mentally and physically being abused, to hear that there's parents who don't eat because they have to feed their children. I wake up every day thinking, what can I do and what can my community do to make their lives just a little better? For those of us who are well off, it is our duty to give back. Thank you for honoring me here today.
Silicon Valley Clean Energy, also known as SVCE, provides clean electricity to 13 of our member cities located Silicon Valley, Santa Clara County. We also provide programs to help our businesses and residents reduce their carbon emissions. The SVCE board in April set aside $10 million of relief for our community. Board member Martinez Beltran was intimately involved with designing and approving this program. I'd like to thank Director Martinez Beltran for her engagement with SVCE.
So we were the first to partner with Morgan Hill Community Foundation with the Disaster Relief Fund because we were well aware that our neighbors were going to be needing more in rental assistance than we could provide. And Yvonne made that connection for us and allowed us to apply for the grant funds, which have just made all the difference for our neighbors.
I was motivated to create the Disaster Relief Fund when COVID hit, to imagine that people are trying to work through losing their job, losing a loved one, getting sick, on top of all of that financial stress, and being able to give something back like this that could make a small difference in their life is really, it's a gift. I want to thank everyone, especially the donors, people who have actually believed in the mission and donated, because your dollars are going right here to help your neighbor.
I dedicate this honor to my late grandmother and Nana, Dolores Gutierrez, a single mother of 6 who worked picking crops and in the canneries and loved living downtown. Your love, laughter, and comida will be missed, and you'll forever inspire my advocacy and public service work. Te queremos.
Hi everyone, I'm Pamela Miador here with the Morgan Hill Community Foundation, and this is Janet Leach, and we are here to honor her for all of the work that she's done over the years for our community. I mean, Janet and I met at high school. I mean, we are acorns. Out of acorns, mighty oaks do grow.
Yes.
And we have a great mighty oak here, and she's done so much for our foundation. She's been instrumental in our grant. She's been instrumental in just moving so many of our projects along, and now we're almost ready to put the peace pole up, and we couldn't be more thrilled to honor Janet today.
Well, thank you so much, Pamela, and I do thank also the board of directors. I'm just always been in awe with the foundation and all they do, linking donors with the needs of our community. And I'll never forget my very first Philanthropy Day, which I was at as a nonprofit. And I was sitting around the table and made everyone laugh because I said, oh my gosh, this is what heaven's gonna be like. Everyone in this room is doing good work in our community, and I was so touched by that. So I'm also so touched to be honored on this special day that has meant so much to me, and the foundation and all the good work and the far reaches that they help all organizations, people and animals in our community. So I'm very touched to be here today, and it's apropos that we are in front of this wonderful loving mural that's here in Morgan Hill, and you notice the little hearts, and that's just reminds me so much of the Morgan Hill Community Foundation and how they're the heart of Morgan Hill. Thank you, Board of Directors of the Morgan Hill Community Foundation and Pamela, for this honor today.
Good evening, Morgan Hill friends. Olenka Villarreal here, CEO of the Magical Bridge Foundation, and we are exceedingly proud to honor Anna Garvaccio as our honoree for this year's Morgan Hill Community Foundation Philanthropy Night. And Anna has been involved in this project for many years. Even before it was a Magical Bridge project, she was one of 4 families that started an inaugural movement to create an inclusive community playground inspired by her own now 13-year-old son, Cruz. And she has been a longtime enthusiast, a connector, a fundraiser, an overall supporter in every possible way to make this a successful, wonderful, magical project for us. And it's a tremendous, tremendous thrill for us to see her recognized in this way. So please join me in congratulating Anna Garvaccio as a most magical Morgan Hill leader.
Hi everyone, I'm out here at the Magical Bridge site. Progress is being made. It's so exciting. Thank you very much for nominating me this year. I really appreciate it. I love working on this project. I worked on it specifically for my son and for all the children of Morgan Hill, and I just can't wait to see it completed. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Fran Hendrickson, one of the coordinators for Reach Out, which is a local agency that distributes food to the needy from Second Harvest Food Bank here in Morgan Hill, San Martin, and Coyote. We've been here over 30 years, and we are open Monday through Friday, 1 to 2:30, to help people in this area that need extra food, especially during this time of the pandemic. We have many volunteers that have been coming for 25 years. We have been here 30 years to help us, but one of our special ones has been Debbie Lee Molyneux. She's been with us for over 20 years, helping us, and is still helping us 3 times a week. On top of that, she also works for St. Vincent de Paul and is head of the clothes closet. We have so many people in town that help us, Knob Hill, Safeway people to go pick up bread and pastries from them, and also people, local people who bring in fresh produce that we also distribute out of this building. Further ado, I want to introduce our nominee, our special lady, Debbie Lee Molyneux, who not only works here at Reach Out, she does St. Vincent de Paul in the clothes closet. She is very involved and still works 3 days a week here and picks up bread and things for us.
Thank you, Fran. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for honoring me. I am overwhelmed. Wasn't expecting it. I've been doing this since my life, my passion to help people in need. I do it on a daily basis. Since we closed down our clothing closet, I've been doing it out of my own home, and I still am here for everyone around. So thank you. There's not a whole lot I can say other than I love to be here. I love to help, and Fran has been my inspiration, and I love working here at Reach Out. Thank you so much.
Didn't you just love that, seeing the generous people and their important organizations? And I don't know, I got chills watching some of that. Didn't you too? There's some fun in there, and then there's some very serious things too. And what's great is to know that we're sharing our community together with people like this. I know it makes a difference to me and makes a difference to our community, and it is so, so needed as well. And you know, the difference is how each video was filmed and put together. It shows how each one's unique and a personalized experience. It's different from the other ones, and it's very, very meaningful. I like them very much myself. And it's not over either, but we are going to be taking a break. We are halfway through right now. So 10 minutes to get up, get that cup of coffee to go with your desserts, or go to, and go to the auction website and place your bid, because you know it does support the local disaster relief fund, which is so important. And that site again is charityauction.bid/MHCF, charityauction.bid/MHCF. If you forget it, just go to the Morgan Hill Community Foundation's website, and it's listed on there too. So while we're on our break, please enjoy the music presented by Heather Fallhaber, and I'll see you back in 10 minutes.
So the next song I will be playing on the piano. It is called Fred at the End from A Beautiful Day at the Neighborhood, the Tom Hanks movie where he plays Mr. Rogers.
Where's Heather?
Well, it's her.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, and I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, and I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. And move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, and I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, all we need is hope. That we have each other. That we have each other. Oh, we will rise, we will rise, we will rise up. We'll rise, and I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, rise like the day. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, who needs money? Not me. Who needs fortune or fame? I don't need a new career, a sympathetic ear, a name. All I need is time to play. Only want the game. Point me to the mic. I know what I'd like. Don't you wanna be the life of the party? Don't you wanna be the cream of the crop? Don't you wanna feel those shivering fits till someone calls it quits, till someone calls it gap? Don't you wanna land a role of a lifetime? Well, you better get down on one knee, 'cause you could play the life of the party. You can pray with me. Oh, who needs lovers?
Where's the grotto?
It's heaven above. Don't have time for things unsaid, for baking bread, for I need is room to fight. Hand in fisted glove, point to me to the sky. It's my turn to fly. Don't you wanna be the life of the party? Don't you wanna be at the top of the heap? This is where the jamboree never ends. Why don't we count in friends instead of counting sheep? If you wanna join the heavenly choir, hurry up and get yourself in line. But don't you pass the life of the party till you pass the wine. Let the drinks pour, let the crowds roar, let the heavens wildly cheer, till the sunrise brings the goodbyes. I'll be here, never fear. Who's it gonna be? The life of the party. Who's it gonna be now? The king of the hill. Don't you wanna be there running the show until it's time to go or till it's time to kill? Don't you ever wanna be somebody to envy? Don't you wanna be loose and free? Well, you could be the life of the party if you were more like me.
Oh, that was fun. So I hope you had a chance. You're back from taking your little break. You got your coffee, you got your dessert there. You're enjoying that. And I hope you did get to enjoy the folks, the students of Heather Fallhaber. We had, and I want to mention these folks again too. They're Kyle Strenthal, who goes to charter school, and from Gavilan, Lonnie Ojeda, and Jenna Hernandez just now, that she's a Live Oak student. So thank you very much. That was very entertaining. And we still have another video to get into, but I'd like to also take a little time here to give you a little update on the auction so far. We have that George Kittle football at $300 right now, which is, I mean, that's a really good price if it stays that low. So we're hoping that you're going to get in there and bid, because that could go up a little bit more. We've got some cases of wine too, Guglielmo, Dorsich, and Clos Lachance. These are 12 bottle cases. Each one is at $200 right now. So do bid, bid, bid. And you have that chance coming up. We're gonna get into the videos right now. Again, we have the remaining video with our honorees and the nominees, and enjoy. Steve, roll that video, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chiqui Mejia, and I am the City of Morgan Hill Youth Action Council Advisor. This year, the City of Morgan Hill is excited to present the 2020 Philanthropy Award to our young Vice President, Ria Deshpande. Let's call her right now and let her know the great news.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Vice President. This is Chiqui. How are you doing?
Hello to yourself, Ms. Yak Advisor. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I have some exciting news to share with you.
Can I guess what it is?
Sure.
Did the WAVE subcommittee get their Breathe California grant?
Yes, Jack got a $3,500 grant. How did you know that?
A little birdie told me.
You are always on top of things. I love your initiative, your passion, and dedication towards Jack's projects. I kept remembering the amazing way you co-led the first ever virtual Youth Leadership Morgan Hill program this past July. All the details like sharing the screen, working with your teammates to create step-by-step plans, and multitasking. We could not do it without you. Your easygoing personality is a magnet for helping people around you. Your curious mind is always unafraid of challenges. And with all this said, I would like to let you know the real reason of my call. You have been selected and nominated for the 2020 Philanthropy Award representing the city of Morgan Hill.
No way, this is so exciting. I am beyond honored.
Ria, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
You are welcome.
This means so much to me, Cheeky, especially coming from you in the city of Morgan Hill. I'm overjoyed to know that while working with such dedicated teams, I've impacted our community. Every day, I'm given the opportunity to push myself and learn from others. I've grown as a student and as a mentor, learning how to adapt to challenges like this past summer with YLMH, present, actively listen, teach, and so much more. I've worked with teens, adults, and people I never even dreamt of interacting with, like the mayor of Morgan Hill. I'm so grateful to have been part of YAC and can't wait to see what the future holds. Thank you again, Cheeky. You've absolutely made my day.
Congratulations, you rock!
Good evening. I'm Roger Knopf, President of the Morgan Hill Historical Society. During the past 50 years, we have followed our mission of collecting, preserving, and presenting the history of our community. We have preserved our city's most historic structure, the Hiram Morgan Hill House, located at Villa Miramonte, which the Society maintains for the community's benefit. Visit us, join us, volunteer with us. Speaking of volunteers, tonight we present one of our own, Andrea Baisley. Volunteer supreme, she is talented, skilled, and a pleasure to work with. Andrea is a long-standing volunteer, a past board member, served as secretary, is a docent, and presently serves as our webmaster of the site she created. During the pandemic shutdown, communications have become more important than ever. Andrea has greatly enhanced our communication capabilities. We present Andrea Baisley, the Society's Philanthropist of the Year.
Thank you, Roger. And many thanks to the Historical Society Board of Directors for nominating me for this award. I'm truly honored. Our goal at the Historical Society is to keep history alive and relevant. Learning about our history helps us better understand our cultural diversity, who we are as a society, and how we arrived at where we are today. We encourage everyone to visit our website and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. You'll always find new and interesting content on our blog and on our media pages. It's been a true pleasure working with the Historical Society. Thank you again so much for this recognition.
You're more than welcome, Andrea.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of CLEF, my name is Brian Sullivan, the president this year, and I'd like to introduce our two nominees for tonight's event, Mr. Craig Van Keulen and Mr. Don Larkin. So Craig has been with CLEF almost from the beginning. He started with CLEF the second or third year in CLEF's existence, and during that time, he contributed a whole bunch. He was president twice, secretary twice, treasurer twice. He set up the Cops and Robbers Ball, and that has been a roaring success. He also set up our endowment so that we can contribute money to CLEF to help the PD buy needed items for what they need to perform their jobs that the city can't perform and contribute to. So Craig, I want to thank you, and thank you for everything you have done for CLEF.
Good evening. My name is Craig Van Keulen. I'm honored to be here today. I'd like to thank the Community Foundation for putting on this wonderful event. I'd like to congratulate the other awardees for their recognition, and Mr. Larkin for his recognition with this wonderful award. I'd like to thank my wife for allowing me to go out into the community and spend time away from home trying to help out. The Community Law Enforcement Foundation is a tremendous organization. Nothing is more important than public safety, and the Community Law Enforcement Foundation is an integral part of that by supporting the activities of the Morgan Hill Police Department. I'd also like to thank the community leaders who have allowed the Community Law Enforcement Foundation to be so successful in its support of the Morgan Hill Police Department. Thank you again.
Hello. I'm going to introduce Don Larkin, the attorney for the City of Morgan Hill. Don has been our backbone in recent events this year by providing us with a clear understanding of the ever-changing county health order throughout the pandemic, through his assistance in the Emergency Operations Center during the public safety power shutoff events, by ensuring we had declared an emergency resolution during the recent fires so that we would have adequate resources to keep our community safe, by ensuring people's rights were protected and the best practices were being applied during the recent civil unrest events, and by providing continuous assistance and guidance through his understanding of the law. Don has a deep-rooted connection with our community. He is kind, humble, and patient, and he brings people together. He is fair and stands for justice and equity. His philanthropy in our community can also be felt through organizations like the Community Law Enforcement Foundation, Cecilia's Closet, Rotary, and Future Youth Records, to name a few. We are incredibly grateful to have Don Larkin as our city attorney.
Thank you, Chief. I'm truly honored by this recognition. Safety is the #1 priority for the City of Morgan Hill. And to me, safety means ensuring that all of our neighbors can feel safe in our community, regardless of who they are, where they live, where they were born, what they look like, or who they love. In my personal time, I choose to participate in activities that promote social justice, equality, and support for our less fortunate. And in my professional life, I am truly proud to support the Morgan Hill Police Department, which serves as a model for progressive, compassionate, community-based policing. I am grateful to our community, our teammates, my family, my friends, for all of their support, and I'm truly honored for this recognition.
Cecilia Ponzini here with the Edward Boss Prada Foundation. My husband and I founded the Edward Boss Prada Foundation in 2013, focusing on challenged families. We have 15 programs. During the pandemic, we have really become busy with all the families that are needing food and clothing. In 1 month, we signed up 280 families. This year, as philanthropists, we have nominated our honorees is David Allen with Morgan Hill Rotary and Brittany Sherman, CEO of the Chamber of Commerce. Now, Brittany has been with us before she became the CEO. Brittany's been with us for the last almost, I think, 5 years. And we are very honored to have them both this year. Brittany?
Hello everyone, Brittany Sherman, CEO for the Morgan Hill Chamber of Commerce. I had the great pleasure of meeting Cecilia 6 years ago when I started my interaction with the Morgan Hill Chamber of Commerce. I called her, she invited me over to the closet, gave me a tour and an overview of what she did, and then she brought me back into the kitchen coffee table and sat there and told me her story and how she founded the foundation. That is a moment I will never forget. I was so awe-inspired and just amazed by the struggles she had endured, but also how she had turned that into something positive that reflects back onto the most disadvantaged in our community. I myself support the Edward Boss Prada Foundation along with the Chamber of Commerce and my staff, Lori Allen and Malia McLaughlin. We can be found in the community collecting Christmas gifts, canned food items, underwear and socks, whatever it is that Cecilia needs. Although I am being honored today, I would like to also say that it is an honor for me to have been invited to be a part of the mission and the program of the Edward Boss Prada Foundation.
Thank you, Brittany. David Allen?
Thank you, Cecilia. As chair of the Morgan Hill Rotary Community Grants Hearts of Rotary Committee, I've had the opportunity to look at a number of organizations that have helped our community. I've been very impressed by all the work that Cecilia has done, and I'm honored to be a participant in any way possible to help her in those efforts.
Welcome everyone to this great celebration that highlights our annual philanthropy sensation. In the midst of COVID, she raised the bar as president of Rotary, a shining star. The Morgan Hill Community Foundation is here to recognize her leadership during this crazy year. Service before self is the mission we engage. The Rotary Club of Morgan Hill presents Lorena to the stage.
Rotary is serving humanity.
Rotary is community, international, vocational, youth, and club services. Rotary is building communities and bridging continents. Rotary makes mankind our business. Rotary, where we act with integrity, service with love, and work for peace. Rotary is service above self. I'm proud to be a Rotarian with the Rotary Club of Morgan Hill, and this honor is accepted on behalf of all Rotarians of our club. Thank you, Morgan Hill Community Foundation, for this great honor and event.
When COVID-19 really hit, the most impact that we saw was on our employees and their children. Distance learning was a huge challenge, so we got together with our employees and figured out what they needed. We donated, anywhere between 1 to 3 desks and chairs for each of the children and each of the families, as well as a bunch of school supplies.
And so that's just one of the reasons we want to honor you. We really appreciate your spirit of hospitality through this challenging time.
We worked with local community organizations to make sure that not only Santa Cruz evacuees had a home to go to, Morgan Hill residents who were evacuated could come stay with us as well for a very reasonable cost. We didn't penalize them if their home was ready and they were ready to check out.
So once again, Vina, we want to thank you for the leadership that you've brought and the support to our community.
And thank you for this award, but honestly, the true recipient of this award is my team at the Holiday Inn Express.
Good evening. I'm Susan Oldham-Fritz, manager of the South Valley Science and Engineering Fair. Tonight's honoree, Heidi Black, has been critical in shaping our mission of providing youth engagement in science, technology, engineering, and math. Heidi's been instrumental in raising standards and supporting local students as they compete successfully at advanced competitions. Even during this pandemic, Heidi's promoting STEM on social media and exploring alternative student enrichment activities for the school year. Thanks so much, Heidi.
Greetings, everyone, and thank you so much for this nomination. Total surprise not being from the area. So, why science fair? I believe, 1, knowledge is power. 2, I'm sort of stuck at 3 years old. I never stopped asking the question why, which is what science is all about. And I learned through doing, so I believe that science is a verb. It's not something to be memorized, it's something to be done. And in 2001, the International Science Fair was held in San Jose for the first time at that location. I was fortunate enough to be able to chaperone our local participants, and in that group was a young person who did a project on the spread of a disease through the greenhouses here in the South Valley. Made me realize that there's very interesting projects to be done that don't all involve computer science, and that has great untapped potential in this area. Going forward, I hope that our biotechnicians get this vaccine going, and that next year we can be together again for an in-face science fair and have participation from the Gilroy area that matches the participation from the Morgan Hill area. Do science. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Martin Groen. I'm the treasurer for the San Martin Neighborhood Alliance. The San Martin Neighborhood Alliance was formed to protect San Martin's rural atmosphere and to promote neighborhood identity and vitality. We help keep residents informed and engaged with local issues and events. We also sponsor community building events where residents can gather, get to know one another, and foster local support, leading to resilient neighborhoods here in San Martin. San Martin Neighborhood Alliance honors San Martin resident and Boy Scout Troop 730 Scoutmaster Scott Jensen. Scott has been a Boy Scout leader for 17 years, as well as a youth soccer coach. You can see Scott and the Scouts of Troop 730 at almost every community event, either parking cars, picking up trash, or working on their Eagle Scout projects. But let's let Scott tell you his story and what motivates him to serve his community.
Troop 730 has helped the San Martin Alliance in a number of different ways in some of their fundraising community efforts, like the car show or their spaghetti feed. We've also helped some of the other organizations in San Martin, such as the Wings of History Air Museum. When they have their fly-in, we help with parking there. We've also done a number of Eagle Scout projects within the San Martin area. Well, I am an Eagle Scout, and my son joined when it was time for him, and he became an Eagle Scout. And it's just a great way to give back. I enjoy working with the boys. I always like watching them grow up from, when they come in as a boy and come out as a young man, and just helping them through that process. With Troop 730, we've done the Mushroom Mardi Gras and also the Taste of Morgan Hill, doing trash cleanup. And we basically coordinate the trash for the entire festival. So there's on the average of something like 50,000 people that we've got to clean up after and haul their garbage out. Well, I'd like to thank SMNA for nominating me. It's quite a pleasure to be recognized for this. I know I've spent a lot of years working, doing it, not expecting anything for it other than just the joy of helping in our community. And so this is kind of a surprise.
Hello, I'm Jim Yinger, now the former chair of the Learning and Loving Education Center Board of Trustees. On behalf of the entire board, it is our great pleasure to recommend Krista Hansen for recognition at this year's annual Philanthropy event. None of us knew that when we were here last year, we would soon be facing the difficult decision to close the center due to the impact of the pandemic. Normally, Krista would be naming the honoree, but our board is glad to have this opportunity to recognize the person who has changed the lives of so many women and their families. This strength, compassion, and humility that she brought to her role as the director for the past 8 years are the same virtues she used to lead us through these final months and up until she turned in the keys this past week. From a faith that's living comes a heart that's giving. Krista, we thank you and love you.
Good evening. Over the past 8 years, I have had the privilege of serving immigrant women and their children at the Learning and Loving Education Center. Tonight, I would like to honor them. They are the real heroes. They have inspired me, blessed me with their goodness. They have shown courage and determination to continue their education, even in spite of many challenges and difficulties. They have made me a better person. They have opened my eyes to their beautiful cultures. I would like to thank all of you tonight for that you have partnered with us in this wonderful endeavor, especially the Morgan Hill Community Foundation, and then all of the businesses, organizations, foundations, donors, volunteers, tutors. We have an outstanding staff, but we couldn't have done it without you. I ask that you continue to support these resilient and talented families. I ask you to continue to welcome them into your businesses and into the community. We are indeed saddened to close the center, and you can see that I'm sitting here in the empty center. But it has been a wonderful journey on holy ground. Thank you.
On that note, just an extra special thank you to you for having been there and doing what you can. It's sad to see that things have come to an end because of COVID, but thank you very much for your contribution. You know, that was very touching, that video there, and it was fun too. It had some nice moments of fun, and you know, you love our community, don't you? I mean, I have seen these videos, the compilation videos over the last few years, and it does one main thing to me. It makes me very proud. I'm proud to be part of the community, and I think we should all be proud of the folks that we have here that are just so generous. They're so very generous. And it is great to see the work that is going on in this community. It takes place every day, and I've seen a little glimpse of that. We have, I'm going to ask you right now if you have a glass of wine or champagne or even a glass of water right now, because you know it's time to stand up and give a cheer, okay? This is our moment to celebrate the year's Philanthropists of the Year and their organizations, and woohoo! Thank you so much. We are truly appreciative of all that you do, and I hope you enjoy your award and display it proudly too. We actually have a few more things to share with you. As you might know, it's the 15th Annual Philanthropy Awards. The Morgan Hill Community Foundation has been in existence since 2001, so that's 19 years. And this all-volunteer board has been really working quite hard to serve the Morgan Hill area this year in particular, with the challenges, the disasters impacting our community, COVID-19, the complex wildfires. These are disasters that truly created needs that were recognized by the Morgan Hill Community Foundation. We're just so glad they were able to help out. And here to talk more about this, we have some people that are right there in action, some board members, Rob Christopher, Peggy Martin, and Mario Banuelos.
Hi. There we go. Hi, as we all know, 2020 started out like any other year. Our board began planning our regular grant cycle. In that process, we, with the help of non-board advisors, invite and evaluate a broad range of grant applications from local nonprofit organizations and from our schools, all of whom need financial help to execute some of their worthy projects. And then one day in March, the world changed. While the pandemic has challenged us all, for some in our community, from day one, this insidious disease visited devastating loss, injury, stress, and risk to livelihoods and lives alike. I'm proud and honored to be able to tell you that your Community Foundation board pivoted and mobilized like never before. Instead of turning inward to our own individual challenges and problems, we sought help. The first thing we did was look about us and identify the most urgent need that we could help meet. My fellow board member and our extremely hardworking treasurer, Peggy Martin, will describe what we did first. Peggy?
Thank you, Rob. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Morgan Hill Community Foundation, in partnership with the Morgan Hill Unified School District, YMCA of Silicon Valley, and Santa Clara County, created the Essential Service Workers Children Fund that started in April and went through early August. From the generosity of donors in Morgan Hill and surrounding communities, this child care program was funded with donations approaching $35,000 and was able to assist essential services workers in continuing to do their jobs without having to worry about childcare issues due to closing of schools and daycares in South Santa Clara County. Thank you to our essential service workers and to our donors for enabling us to create this wonderful fund. In addition, the foundation hosted a citywide window art competition for grades K through 12 that was designed to raise awareness of our disaster relief fund. Child artists were asked to create original window art that expressed the theme of Morgan Hill Together. The Morgan Hill Community Foundation partnered on this with the Morgan Hill Unified School District, the Library, Cultural and Arts Commission, and El Toro Culture and Arts Committee. Marilyn Wendt, Pamela Meador, and Suman Ganapathy spearheaded this project along with a community committee. Thank you to all of you. Here is the winning art, or that what you just saw was the winning art for each grade level, and for the overall winner, Lucy Fleshers, whose window art was entitled, "We Raise by Lifting Others." Seeing this artwork certainly creates a lot of joy. I am absolutely my best. I'm just so very pleased with tonight and being the treasurer for the Morgan Hill Community Foundation. I thank all board members. I thank all donors and the honorees. And Rob, back to you.
Thank you, Peggy. As good a program as it was, we soon recognized that essential worker childcare was not near enough. Even with early aid to business programs and income supplements, so many people were forced out of work, and aid was so slow and uneven that people and businesses alike, as we know in our community, struggled to pay rent, to make ends meet, to survive. As a board, we had talked for years about possibly creating and funding a community disaster relief fund for a rainy day, but our small budgets never permitted it. But now, our community was faced with an immediate disaster of incredible proportions that cried out for action. So we acted. We resolved to create a community disaster relief fund, declared the pandemic a qualifying disaster, and took all of our budget for our regular grant cycle and asked the community to help as well. And you did. My fellow board member, Mario Banuelos, will tell us what happened next. Mario?
Thank you, Rob. Yes, as Rob said, the Morgan Hill Community Foundation established a disaster relief fund to rapidly distribute resources to vetted local nonprofits. These charitable organizations applied for grants to distribute services, goods, and other forms of relief to qualified projects within the greater Morgan Hill service area. To assist in the evaluation and selection of disaster relief grant applications, a broad base of community leaders were recruited to form an advisory committee to help our board of directors quickly identify specific needs, priorities, and paths for relief, and to consider and expedite applications. On behalf of the board of directors, I would like to personally thank the following committee members: Ron Lociero, Amy Willam, Swanee Edwards, Zachary Hayes, Brittany Sherman, and David Allen. To date, the Disaster Relief Fund has collected specific funds and has granted over $48,000 to local nonprofit organizations. I'd like to thank our community for their swift and generous donations. Here are the organizations that have benefited from the Disaster Relief Fund: Community Solutions, the Edward Boss Prado Foundation, Gardner Health Services, the Loving and Learning Education Center, Martha's Kitchen, the Morgan Hill Unified School District, the Order of Malta, and St. Vincent de Paul. We appreciate the donations already made, but there are still needs within our community. The Disaster Relief Fund depends primarily on donations and support from our community. To contribute, please visit our website and click on the Donate tab. Thank you all for your during this pandemic and to helping your neighbors. And now I'd like to pass it back to Rob.
Thanks, Mario. You know, we still weren't done. When the complex wildfire struck, we added a disaster relief declaration for it, and we began referring direct donations to CAL FIRE. We then facilitated a private donation of $30,000 to the city to add a year of funding to the Morgan Hill Animal Rescue Services program. We also chipped in to help fund the Chamber of Commerce's downtown beautification project. And last, but by no means least, we anticipated a resurgent need for more COVID relief and sought a partnership with the Sobrato Family Foundation to enable us to continue our disaster relief grant process through at least the end of the year. I am pleased to announce tonight that just last week, the Sobrato Family Foundation granted our application for a matching grant partnership in the amount of $50,000. That means that for every dollar up to $50,000 that we can raise now for the Community Disaster Relief Fund, the Sobrato Foundation will match it. For this opportunity, we owe a huge thank you to the Sobrato Foundation. And of course, our success will depend on our community stepping up. So please forgive me and all of us tonight if we violate an almost cardinal rule of our philanthropy night and kick off our matching fundraising campaign by, let's say, accidentally mentioning that you, your family, and friends can donate by going on the foundation website, clicking donate on the main navigation bar, and then clicking on donate to the Disaster Relief Fund. This could be the most impactful gift any of us can make to ease our community suffering from COVID, just as we go back into red tier restrictions next week. Thanks so much for considering joining this effort. And now back to you, Jonah.
You know, I feel that right here when you guys always talk like that. So thank you very much, Peggy, Rob, Mario. It has been such a challenging year, and it's really great to see how our community steps up and come together to support individuals and organizations. It's a labor of love and humanity. That's what it is. And the Morgan Hill Community Foundation and the all volunteer board, they're doing that good work for our community. Here is a big heartfelt thank you to all the board members. And I'm going to name them off: Nick Gage, Bob Lipscomb, Rob Christopher, Peggy Martin, Pamela Miedor, Steve Cox, Matt Wendt, Mario Banuelos, and Nazreen Ahmed. And a special thank you, Steve Cox, the committee chairman for the Philanthropy Awards, who's been doing a lot of extra work here. He is the Zoom master for the evening, trying to keep us all together. And the online auction. Oh yes, the auction is still on. And you want a time on this? Let's see. Okay, we got a half hour left till 9 o'clock. You still have a chance to bid and outbid the others. And just feel really great about knowing that your donation is helping support disaster relief in the greater Morgan Hill area. The website, you want that again? It is charityauction.bid/MHCF. Okay, and that's till 9 o'clock. Please do bid. We're going to close our virtual program with some music. Thank you so much for attending. We truly do appreciate you being here, the impact that it makes on our community. You're really helping out tonight. Now you know a little bit more about it. Once again, thank you to all of this year, the 15th Annual Philanthropy Awardees. And I am Jonah Dens Hamilton, 94.5 Bay FM. I will see you next year. Hit the tune, Steve, and thank you again.
I'm gonna fight 'em off. A 7-nation army couldn't hold me back. I'm gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Oh, back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And the message coming from my eyes says, leave it alone. Oh, ba-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Don't wanna hear about it. Every single one's got a story to tell. Everyone knows about it. Yeah, the Queen of England to the hounds of hell. And if I catch you coming back my way, I'm gonna serve it to you. And that ain't what you wanna hear, but that's what I'll do. And the feeling coming from my bones says find your home. Oh, what I did. This opera forevermore. I'm gonna work the straw, make the sweat drip out of every pore. And I'm bleeding, and I'm bleeding, and I'm bleeding right before my Lord. Oh, the words are gonna bleed from me, and I will sing no more. And the stains coming from my blood says pull back on. But that I did.
Did someone say extra inning? Let's do 'em run, baby! This is a song called Heart from Damn Yankees. You've gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, and that's when the grin should start. You gotta have hope. Mustn't sit around and mope. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Wait till next year and hope. When your luck is batting zero, get your shit up off the floor. Mister, you can be a hero. You can open any door. There's nothing to it but to do it. You gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. First you've gotta have heart. A great slugger, we haven't got. A great pitcher, we haven't got. A great ball club, we haven't got. But what do we got? We've got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. We've got hope. We don't sit around and mope. Not a solitary soul to grieve, mister, 'cause we've got hope. We're happy that we're humming. That's the hardy thing to do. Cause we know our ship will come in. So it's 10 years overdue. We've got heart, miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. So what the heck's the use of crying? Why should we curse? We gotta get better, cause we can't get worse. And to add to it, we've got heart! We've got heart! We've got heart!
Late at night when all the world is sleeping, I stay up and think of you. And I wish on a star that somewhere you are thinking of me too. Cause I'm dreaming of tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight in this nowhere in the world. I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming about you and me. Wonder if you ever see me, and I wonder if you know I'm there. If you looked in my eyes, would you see what's inside? Would you even care? I just wanna hold you close, but so far all I have are dreams of you. So I wait for the day and the courage to say how much I love you. Yes, I do. I'll be dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight in this nowhere in the world. I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming about you and me. I can't stop dreaming. I can't stop dreaming. I can't stop dreaming. Late at night when all the world is sleeping, I stay up and think of you. And I still can't believe that you came up to me and said, I love you too. Now I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. And for all of my life in this nowhere in the world, I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming with you endlessly.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter like Sandy and the sons of all the butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade.